luxuries his nature requires, but he also finds happiness in his activities. It is a part of the inherent nature of mankind to wish to build and create and indulge in personal expression, to own material wealth beyond the actual necessities of life, and to attain happiness in proportion to the service performed.
You are leading me into pretty deep water, Mr. Carnegie, but I can see the soundness of your viewpoint. You mean that the possession and ownership of material things cannot, of themselves, give one happiness, but the usage of these things can. Is that your belief?
Not merely my belief, but the existing fact. I ought to know because I have been on both sides of the fence. I began in poverty and worked my way into riches. Therefore, I speak from experience when I say that real riches consist not in material things, but in the use one gives to material things. That is why I am divesting myself.
Hey, baby pineapples, I'm looking for you now. Are you playing GTA right now? Because I don't see your name.
Inspire individuals to help themselves.
It is your intention, then, to provide the people of America with a practical philosophy that will help them to acquire riches the same way you acquired them, through self-effort?
That is the only safe way for anyone to acquire anything. It is my aim to provide the American people with a philosophy that will make them success conscious.
You're in your clubhouse?
This is the only possible way.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn my line on, so you can just join me. Hold on.
System of gifts of material things. That sort of system would only soften the people and make them more dependent. What this country needs is a philosophy similar to
Alright, so now I'm online. You can just join me because I can't find you.
of self-determination, which gives every individual both an incentive to acquire wealth for himself.
And there's only 4 people in the session, so you should be able to join right away, pineapples.
That you do not believe in charity, Mr. Carnegie?
Surely I believe in charity, but do not overlook the fact that the soundest of all forms of charity is that which helps a man to help himself. That form of help begins by aiding a man to organize his own mind.
You're joining now? Alright, cool.
Every normal mind has within it the seed of both success and failure. My idea of charity is a system that will encourage.
And I'm flying to my facility, so once I get there, I'll send you an invite to the facility.
I believe in personal gifts of material things only where individuals are unable, through physical or mental disability, to help themselves. But we often make mistakes in this sort of charity by recognizing physical disability through gifts while ignoring the possibilities of encouraging those who are physically disabled to begin using their minds. I know many people whose physical afflictions are sufficient to justify them in expecting charity, but they refuse such help because they have found ways of earning a living through the use of their minds. In this way, they escape the humility of the acceptance of help from others.
But you do believe in the maintenance of poorhouses for the indigent and aged who are unable to support themselves, do you not?
No, emphatically I do not. The very word poorhouse carries connotations that lead to the development of inferiority complexes. But I do believe in a system of compensation for the aged and the indigent, provided it allows the individual to live his own life in an environment of his own choice. The proper way to handle such cases is by a carefully supervised system of monthly or weekly allowance, which permits the individual to maintain his own home environments. I do not think the system should end with the mere donation of money. It should provide for some form of mental activity where the individual is mentally fit if it is nothing more than reading. The greatest of all curses is that which deprives a person of mental food and consigns him to eternal idleness. I never hear of a man retiring from active life that I do not feel sorry for him. For I know that man was not created to remain idle as long as he has a mind with which to think. I know, too, that no idle person is happy.
Then you do not believe in the prison system that deprives men of liberty without providing them with adequate constructive opportunity to use their minds and bodies?
unguided activity, by force if necessary, which results in the development of the right sort of habits. The curse of our prison system is the fact that it is generally conducted as a form of punishment and not as a system of restoration. If you restore a man to normalcy, you do it by changing the habits of his thinking. And that applies to those who are out of prison the same as those who are in. There are millions of people in an imaginary prison who have been charged with no crime. They are prisoners in their own minds, consigned there by their own self-imposed limitations through the acceptance of poverty and the acceptance of temporary defeat. It is this sort of prisoner that I hope to release through the philosophy of American achievement.
I have never thought of free men as being prisoners, but I can see from your analysis that many are.
And the worst part of the story is the fact that millions of these unfortunates are little
Hi,
children
baby pineapples.
born to such imprisonment. Children who did not ask to be brought into the world, but find themselves here in a prison as strong and deadly as any that is built of iron bars
Nice
and
outfit.
stone walls. These
Where are you going, buddy?
rescue must begin by awakening them to the realization of the power of their own minds.
Where and how is this awakening to take place, Mr. Carnegie?
It should begin in the home and be carried on also as a part of the public school system. But nothing along this line will happen until someone comes forth with a practical plan that has public support.
And you think there is a nationwide need for some supplementary form of training through which school children may be taught the fundamentals of individual achievement based on personal initiative?
That is one of America's greatest needs. Remember what I tell you. If such a system is not introduced, the time will come, and very soon, when this country will cease to be the nation of pioneers it has been in the past. People will become indifferent to opportunity. They will cease to act on their own initiative. They will become easy victims of even the slightest form of defeat.
You believe, then, that thrift and the spirit of self-determination are qualities that should be taught in the public schools?
Yes, and in the home as well. But the trouble with most homes is the fact that the parents are as much in need of this sort of training as are the children. As a matter of fact, parents are the worst offenders in the matter of influencing children to accept poverty. For it is but natural that children accept whatever conditions of life their parents accept.
Then you believe that self-discipline should begin in the home, and it should be demonstrated by the parents in the form of grit, ambition, and self-reliance?
The home is the first place where a child gets its impressions.
Alright, baby pineapples, let's ride together and then you drive.
Habits of failure that endure throughout life. Trace the record of any successful person, and you will find that somewhere, probably during his early childhood, he came under the influence of some success-conscious person.
Then shout out to Chris, KOA. Hi, hello, what up, Chris?
When a person once acquires a success consciousness, he seldom allows it to be stifled through defeat. You might say that success consciousness gives one sort of immunity against all forms of defeat.
Now, Mr. Carnegie, you must have learned from your wide and varied experience with people, what are the major causes of failure? Will you mention the outstanding causes?
Yes, I was coming to that in a few minutes, because it is essential that a practical philosophy
Nice
in
car.
achievement include both
Yellow is one of my
success
crew
and
colors.
causes of failure. You may be surprised to learn that there are more than twice as many major causes of
7-Up
failure
can.
as there are causes of success.
Red, green, yellow,
You name the causes in
white, and black. Oh yeah.
Practical, but I will name some of them.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
The most common of all causes of failure. Viz. 1. The habit of drifting through life without a definite major purpose. This is one of the key causes of failure, and that it leads to other causes of failure. 2. Unfavorable medical hereditary foundation at birth. Incidentally, this is the only cause of failure that is not subject to elimination, and even this can be bridged through the principle of the mastermind. 3. The habit of meddlesome curiosity concerning other people's affairs, through which time and energy are wasted.
Look up
4. Inadequate preparation
the Ferrari.
one engages, especially inadequate schooling. 5. Lack of self-discipline, generally manifesting itself through excesses in eating, and self-discipline. 11. The habit of maintaining a negative mental attitude in connection with life generally. 12. Lack of control over the emotions through controlled habits. 13. The desire for something for nothing, usually expressed through gambling or offensive habits of dishonesty. 14. Indecision and indefiniteness. 15. One or more of the 7 basic fears. 1. Poverty. 2. Criticism. 3. Ill health. 4. Loss of love. 5. Old age. 6. Loss of liberty. 7. Death. 16. Wrong selection of a mate in marriage. 17. Overcautious in business and occupational relationships. 18. Excess tendency toward chance. 19. Wrong choice of associates in business or occupational work. 20. Wrong choice of a vocation or total neglect to make a choice. 21. Lack of concentration of effort, leading to dissipation of one's time and energies. 22. The habit of indiscriminate spending without a budget control over income and expenditures. 23. Failure to budget and use time properly. 24. Lack of controlled enthusiasm. 25. Intolerance, a closed mind based particularly on ignorance or prejudice in connection with religion, politics, and economics. 26. Failure to cooperate with others in a spirit of harmony.
Okay.
27. Craving for power or wealth, not earned nor based on merit. 28. Lack of the spirit of loyalty where loyalty is due. 29. Egotism and vanity not under control. 30. Exaggerated selfishness.
You want me to send the link to your email account? Alright.
Plans without basing them on known facts.
Thanks.
32. Lack of vision and imagination. 33. Failure to make mastermind alliance with those whose experience, education, and native ability are needed. 34. Failure to recognize the existence of and the means of adapting oneself to the forces of infinite intelligence. 55. Profanity of speech, reflecting as it does evidence of an unclean and undisciplined mind and an inadequate vocabulary. 36. Speaking before thinking, talking too much. 37. Covetousness, revenge, and greed. 38. The habit of procrastination, often based on plain laziness, but generally the result of lack of a definite major purpose. 39. Speaking slanderously of other people, with or without cause. 40. Ignorance of the nature and purpose of the power of thought, and lack of knowledge of the principles of operation of the mind. 41. Lack of personal initiative, due in the main to the lack of a definite major purpose. 42. Lack of self-reliance, due also to absence of an obsessional motive founded on a definite major purpose. 43. Lack of the qualities of a pleasing personality. 44. Lack of faith in oneself, in the future, in one's fellow men, in God. 45. Failure to develop the power of will through voluntary controlled habits of thought. These are not all the causes of failure, but they represent the major portion of them. All these causes, except number 2, can be either eliminated or brought under control through application of the principle of definiteness of a major purpose and mastery of the willpower. You might say, therefore, that the first and last of these causes of failure control all the others except one.
Do you mean that if one masters the first and the last of these 45 causes of failure, he would be well on the road towards success?
Yes. If a man is working toward the attainment of a definite major purpose and has his willpower so organized that he is using it to best advantage in directing the forces of his mind, I would say that he is well within the sight of success.
But these two principles alone are not sufficient to save a man from defeat, Mr. Carnegie.
No, but they are sufficient to enable him to make a comeback and go ahead with his plans. As I have stated, self-discipline means that a man will not accept any circumstance of defeat as being more than a temporary experience which serves as a challenge to greater effort.
Suppose the defeat is of a nature that it seriously impairs a man's use of his physical body, such, for example, as the loss of his legs or hands, or a stroke of paralysis which limits or deprives him entirely of the use of his physical body. Wouldn't that seriously handicap one?
To be sure, it would handicap one, but it would not necessarily be accepted as permanent defeat. Some of the most successful men the world has ever known attained their greatest success after having been physically afflicted. Here again, let me remind you that the mastermind principle is sufficient to provide a man with every sort of knowledge that is available to mankind, and it can be used to take the place of all physical effort.
Then, if a man fails to apply the mastermind principle, he may be defeated because of his own neglect, since there is a remedy available to him.
You have the idea correctly. The mastermind principle can be used as a substitute for everything, save only the use of the brain. As long as a man can think, he can use this principle. And it sometimes happens that men do not discover the possibilities of their own minds until they are deprived of the use of some essential portion of their physical bodies. In such cases, it may be generally said that their physical handicap becomes a blessing in disguise. I know a blind man who was one of the most successful teachers of music in the United States, if not in the entire world. Before he was overtaken by this affliction, he earned only a modest living as the member of an orchestra. His affliction had affected him into a wider field of opportunity with a much greater financial income. Keller used her affliction to make her one of America's great women. Helen Keller has proved that the loss of two of the most important of the five senses need not necessarily condemn one to failure. Through the use of her willpower, she has very definitely raised both of her physical impairments. With the aid of the mastermind principle, she is rendering useful service by teaching the whole world the needed lesson that the mind need not remain imprisoned, even though the physical body be greatly impaired. Beethoven made a similar demonstration. Sometimes the loss of physical qualities only tends to strengthen one's mental qualities, and I have yet to know of the first man who attained great success without having met and mastered great difficulties in the form of temporary defeat. Every time a man rises from defeat, he becomes mentally and spiritually stronger. Thus, in time, one may actually find himself, his true inner self, through temporary defeat.
Two kinds of people never get ahead. Those who do only that which they are told to do, and those who will not do what they are told to do. Seek inspiration. Applied enthusiasm. Chapter 11. Inspiration, as used here, has reference to that combination of emotions usually known as enthusiasm. But inspired feeling is
Still entering the
spiritual powers of man
hold
and has its source in the subconscious mind. Inspiration,
for a bit. My yellow card is
power, is the beginning of all great
based on the La Ferrari.
Everyone desires
Hello, Lamar. Oh, shout out to Kanika Singh. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, hello, what up, Kanika? Sorry, baby pineapples. I was distracted with flying.
obsessional desire ever attain noteworthy success.
Still stuck on a gun bit? Alright. Let's see if they'll let us beat this mission. If not, I'll have to kill myself and then we'll have to refly, but we'll get you paid still.
Which changed his entire life for the better, and at the same time planted in his mind a desire which he has transplanted into thousands of other minds. The desire to become self-determined through the rendering of useful service. This boy was only 11 years of age, but he was known among the mountain folk as the worst boy in the county. This is what his stepmother said
Shout out to James Motley. What's up? I'm watching you. Awesome. I'm watching your name pop up too, so I'm watching you also. Thank you, buddy.
Therefore, I suggest that you become a writer. If you will do this and give us
Alright, yeah, everything should went well.
writing as you have been devoted to playing pranks on the neighbors, you may live to see the time when your influence
Oh no, it didn't go well.
state.
Alright, so since you're stuck, I'm gonna kill myself and then we'll just refly here, okay? Oh no, now we gotta start all over because somebody's spectating us.
Spirit of enthusiasm which made it readable. At the age of 18, he was assigned by the editor of Bob Taylor's magazine to write the story
Yes.
of Andrew Carnegie's achievements in industry.
Ha.
That assignment was destined to bring another change.
Hello, what up, JJ?
For it led not only to an opportunity to write books that
Alright, Pineapple, so I'm gonna send you another invite and then we gotta start all over.
but that influence now extends throughout a major portion of the world, and it is obviously destined to render useful service in helping to save the American way of life from annihilation. In the interview with Andrew Carnegie, this young writer was moved by Mr.
Fudge, dog.
He acquired the spirit of that enthusiasm, and it has been that spirit which has made his books bestsellers for many years. Mr. Carnegie has emphasized the importance of initiative, definiteness of purpose, persistence in the matter of organized endeavor. We come now to the chapter in which an analysis will be made of the power behind
Yeah, if you wanna get your money tomorrow, baby Pineapples, we'll get you your money tomorrow. Let me go ahead and
power is known as
unsubscribe real quick,
inspiration.
and then we'll make sure we get you paid tomorrow.
I'm ready, Mr. Carnegie, for your analysis of the 11th principle of individual achievement, which you call inspiration. I wish you to define the meaning of this term and describe how one may develop enthusiasm at will.
Inspiration can be developed by stimulating the faculty of the emotions through any of the 14 major emotions we have mentioned in previous interviews, or any other emotion.
Then inspiration is emotion in action?
That is the brief way of stating it. Perhaps it would be more correctly stated if one said that inspiration is voluntary emotion, a feeling that one initiates at will. But you have overlooked one very important factor in your question: the question of control of inspiration. It is just as important to know how to modify, control, or shut off entirely the action of the emotions as it is to know how to start them into action. Before we
Have a wonderful afternoon, Lamar. Thank you, baby Pineapples. Play with you tomorrow when you get back online with me, Lord willing. When I go live again, we'll play with each other.
that inspiration is the result of desire expressed in terms of action and based upon motive. Inspiration is a form of animation which creates enthusiasm. No normal person ever goes into a heat of enthusiasm without a motive. It is obvious, therefore, that the beginning of all enthusiasm is desire based on motive. There are two types of enthusiasm, passive and active. Perhaps it would be more accurate if I said that enthusiasm may be expressed in two ways: passively through the stimulation of emotional feeling, and actively by the expression of feeling through words or deeds.
Which is the more beneficial of the two, the active expression or the passive?
The answer to that depends upon the circumstances. Of course, passive enthusiasm always precedes the expression of active enthusiasm, as one must feel it before he can express it in any form of action or words. There are times when the expression of enthusiasm may be detrimental to one's interest, as it may indicate over-eagerness or disclose one's state of mind under circumstances when he does not wish to have it known to others. It is highly important, then, that one learn how to withhold the expression of his feelings under all circumstances. It is also important that one acquire the ability to give open expression of his feelings at will. In both instances, the control is the important factor. Now let us briefly describe some of the benefits of both passive and acceleration of thought and makes it more intense, thus starting the faculty of the imagination to work in connection with the motive which inspired the enthusiasm. Enthusiasm gives tone quality to one's voice and makes it pleasing and impressive. A salesman or public speaker would be ineffective without the ability to turn on his enthusiasm at will. The same is true of one who engages in ordinary conversation. Even the most prosaic subjects can be made interesting if they are expressed with enthusiasm. Without it, the most interesting subjects can become boresome. Enthusiasm inspires initiative, both in thought and in physical action. It is very difficult for one to do well that in which he has no feeling of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm dispels physical fatigue and overcomes laziness. It has been said that there are no lazy men. What appears to be a lazy man is one who is moved by no motive over which he becomes enthusiastic. Enthusiasm stimulates the entire nervous system and causes it to perform its duties more efficiently, including in particular the function of digestion of food. For this reason, the meal hour should be the pleasantest hour of the day, and it should never become the occasion for settling personal or family differences of opinion, nor should it become the time for the correction of the faults of the children. Enthusiasm stimulates the subconscious section of the brain and puts it to work in connection with the motive which inspires enthusiasm. In fact, there is no known method of stimulating the subconscious mind voluntarily except that of inspired feeling. Here, let us emphasize the fact that the subconscious mind acts upon all feeling, whether it is negative or positive. It will act on the emotion of fear as quickly as it will act on the emotion of love, or it will go to work on the worry over poverty as quickly as it will act on the feeling of opulence. It is important, therefore, to recognize that enthusiasm is the positive expression of feeling. Enthusiasm is contagious. It affects everyone within its range, a fact that is well known to all master salesmen. Moreover, one may influence others through either the active or the passive expression of enthusiasm, as passive enthusiasm stimulates one's brain so that it sends out highly intensified thought vibrations that may be picked up by others. Enthusiasm discourages all forms of negative thought and dispels fear and worry, thus preparing the mind for the expression of faith. Enthusiasm is the twin brother of the faculty of the will. It brings the major source of sustained action of the will. It is also a sustaining force in connection with persistence. We might say, therefore, that willpower, persistence, and enthusiasm are triplets which give one sustained action with a minimum loss of physical energy. As a matter of fact, enthusiasm converts fatigue and static energy into active energy. Emerson spoke a deeper truth than most people recognize when he said that nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. He must have known that enthusiasm gives quality to every word a man speaks, to every task at which he sets his hands.
I've heard it said that writers unconsciously project their enthusiasm, or the lack of it, in every word they write, so that even the casual reader may interpret the writer's mental attitude as he wrote. Is this a sound theory?
Not just a sound theory, but a fact. Try it out yourself and be convinced. A man's writing may be translated into other languages, but it will very largely carry with it the same tempo of enthusiasm the writer felt when writing. I have heard it said that the writer of advertisements who feels no enthusiasm in connection with his copy writes poor copy, no matter how many facts he may describe. I have also heard it said that the lawyer who feels no enthusiasm over his case fails to be convincing to judges and juries. And there is plenty of evidence that the enthusiasm of a doctor is his greatest remedy in the sick room. Enthusiasm is one of the greatest builders of confidence, for everyone knows that enthusiasm and faith are closely related. Enthusiasm denotes hope and courage and belief in oneself. I do not recall ever having promoted a man to a higher position, or ever having employed a man for a responsible position who did not first demonstrate his enthusiasm over the possibilities of the position. I have observed that the young people who have gone to work in our offices as clerks and stenographers have promoted themselves into more responsible positions in almost exact ratio to the enthusiasm they displayed in their work.
Is it not possible for one to display too much enthusiasm for his own good?
Yes, uncontrolled enthusiasm often is as detrimental as no enthusiasm. For example, the man who is so enthusiastic over himself and his own ideas that he monopolizes the conversation when conversing with others is sure to be unpopular. Not to mention the fact that he misses many opportunities to learn by listening to others. Then there is the man who becomes too enthusiastic over the roulette wheel or the horses, and the man who becomes more enthusiastic over ways and means of getting something for nothing than he does over rendering useful service. Not to mention the woman who becomes more enthusiastic over card parties and society than she does over making her home and herself attractive to her husband. This sort of uncontrolled enthusiasm may be very detrimental to all whom it affects.
Is enthusiasm of any value to the man engaged in manual labor?
I can best answer that by calling your attention to the fact that most of the higher officials of my own organization began in the humblest of positions. The man who made the greatest progress of all my associates began as a stake driver, and he formerly worked as a teamster. His boundless enthusiasm was the quality that first attracted my attention to him, and it was this same quality that lifted him, step by step, into the highest position we had to offer. Yes, enthusiasm can be of value to anyone, regardless of his occupation, for it is a quality that attracts friends, establishes confidence, and breaks down the opposition of others.
What part, if any, does enthusiasm, or lack of it, play in the relationship of the home?
Let us go back a little way and consider the part that enthusiasm plays in bringing men and women together in a bond of marriage. Did you ever hear of a man winning the woman of his choice without displaying considerable enthusiasm over her? And it also works the other way around. A man will not be inclined to propose marriage to the woman who shows no enthusiasm over him. Mutual enthusiasm, therefore, is usually the basis of marriage, and woe unto the party to the marriage who allows that enthusiasm.
Shout out to Robert Cooper. Can you join and get free motorcycle? Yeah, right now I'm not doing motorcycle club. I'm paying people out. But if you want to join me when I'm playing around in free mode, you're more than welcome to join me.
Highest degree of personal benefit.
In a mastermind alliance, two or more people work together in a spirit of perfect harmony for the attainment of a definite purpose. Here, the enthusiasm of each member of the alliance projects itself into the minds of all the other members, and the sum total of enthusiasm thus created by the harmonious blending of a group of minds becomes available to and influences each individual member.
You mean, for example, when there are, let us say, a dozen men allied in a mastermind group, each man in the alliance has his own enthusiasm supplemented by that of all the others. Therefore, his enthusiasm becomes multiplied by 12. Is that the idea?
That is the general idea, but it often happens that the enthusiasm of one or more members of such an alliance is increased.
Alright, hi, hello, what up everybody in the city of Los Santos? My name's Lamar7Up, and my office is called 7Up for Life Money. If you do need money right now or want to make money with partners live on YouTube, come on up to my office, Maze Bank Tower, and I'll tell you how I'm best to get you paid. Right now, I'm going to send invites to everybody in the city of Los Santos. I just sent everybody money, so you can use that money to call the police off of you and come up to my office in Passimo, and I'll tell you how I'm going to get you paid. Everybody should be receiving their invites here shortly.
I have known men to create ideas they were not capable of creating alone under the ordinary circumstances of thought. Ideas far beyond the range of knowledge of all the members combined.
I can see that enthusiasm is a greatly misunderstood word, judging by what you have just said.
It is perhaps the most misunderstood word in the English language, or there are but few who recognize that the
Okay, for those of you that got your invites and came to my office, please come have a seat with me at the meeting table of meetings. If you're sitting down with me, you're the type of person I want to work with and I'll get you paid. And if you're not sitting down, you're not the type of person that I want to work with and you will not get paid. Please have a seat. Please have a seat.
one's ego, a state of mental excitement which is easily recognized as nothing but a meaningless expression of personal vanity. That sort of enthusiasm.
All right, cool. Now that we're having a seat, for those of you that did sit down at my office table, remember my name's Lamar7Up and we're live on YouTube. My YouTube channel is the same name as my gamer tag, Lamar7Up. Now let's get down to business. For those of you that came to my office and sat down at my table, I promise you 3 things. I promise you money, guns, motorcycles. If you would like the motorcycles, you have the opportunity to join my motorcycle club and I shall give you your own free motorcycle. If you would like weapons, come with me to my facilities and I shall give you free weapons of mass destruction. And if you would like the promise of money, I need you to put in an application with 7up for Life Money. The way you put in your application, you send me, Lamar7Up, your friend request. Your friend request is considered your application, and your application assures you that I'm going to get you paid. Now, I do have a priority list. You just stand behind the chair and then you press the right arrow button and you can sit down with us. But there is a priority list. The people on the top of the priority list are the people that get paid first, and those are the people that I owe millions out to, and they're not online right now. If they was online, I'll be paying them and not talking to you. But since they're not online right now, you guys, if you want to become a priority and get $300,000 right now, I need you to go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is the same name as my gamer tag. Like this video because you're in this video. It's a live video. If you go there now, you can see yourself. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by turning on the notification bell and then put your gamer tag in the chat next to 300K. If you do that, the first 3 people in the session, I'm going to give $300,000 to. The same name as my gamer tag. If you look over my head, you can see my gamer tag. Are you in my office? Alright, I see you. So I'm the one sitting right next to you that says Lamar7Up. Yeah, so if you go to YouTube, put my gamer tag in YouTube, and then my name will pop up before you finish typing it. And then like this video because you're in this video, and then turn on your notifications. And then go to the live video. It should say make your next $1 million with Lamar7Up. So make sure you go to the live video and then put your gamer tag in the chat next to 300K. The first 3 people in the session that does that will get 300,000. And then the following people that does it after them, just stay active in the chat and I will get you paid next. Alright, shout out to NLBTAZ, Ty. That kid won. You got the first seat. Shout out to Braden Jenkins. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Outlaw Baseball 20. Alright, you got the second seat. We got one more seat available. So if you're in my office and you know how to follow instructions, you're the type of person I want to work with and continue working with because I'm going to get you paid. Then shout out to Robert Cooper. What's up? Hi, hello, what up, Robert? Just making money, getting rich. And then, thank you. If you're going with me, please go to the roof in passive mode, and I'll pick you up in a helicopter. And if you are not going with me, please have a great day today. If you're not outside by the time I get outside, it's not my fault that you were not listening to me. Shout out to Street Sharks Bedford Point. I just saying, you saying, man. I see you, Street Sharks Bedford Point. I ain't seen you in a few days. Where you been at, buddy? No, it's okay. If you don't go to the roof, just be patient with me, and once I get to the facility, I'll send you an invite to the facility, okay?
Every city, for example, has its own rate of vibration made up of
Yeah, if you didn't go to the roof, then you're probably on the ground. Just be patient with me. I'll send you an invite.
every street and every block and every street has
What up, Street Sharks Bedford Point?
each being so different from
You got me into
intelligence. You walk down
unblocking people. Everybody that I blocked, I unblocked just because of you, Street Sharks Bedford Point. And then there go the trophy. What's the trophy, buddy? And then shout out to Robert Cooper. It says you are offline. Yeah, I went offline because too many people are trying to join me in each session, and if I'm not offline, then so many people will try to join me right away. I'll be stuck in the cloud. So for those of you that are in a helicopter, please listen to me. If you do not care about your life, jump out of the helicopter and commit suicide right now. Just end it all. Kill yourself. And then if you do care about your life and you're in the helicopter, please keep your hands and feet in the helicopter at all times, and we shall have a safe landing.
undeniable evidence that the vibrations of Fifth Avenue and the vibrations of the
It's not too late for anything. I'm still in the session right now. So if you want to be a part of my money making team, go ahead and send me a friend request and I'll send you an invite. And if you're trying to get paid, go ahead and put your gamer tag in the chat next to 300K and I'll get you paid. The people that are on top of the chat are the people that come first. So if you came last, you're just going to have to stay active in the chat and we'll get you paid next. And then shout out to Street Sharks Bedford Point, not trophy. I was in
by the time you have made
trophy. I don't even know what that says, Street Sharks Bedford Point. I'm not the best reader, buddy. And then shout out to Amanda. I dare you to kill everybody in the lobby. No, not right now. I'm not about killing people. I'm about making money and getting rich. And then shout out to Street Sharks Bedford Point. You was like this when I first met you. I know, you made me get back to my roots, man. I felt like I changed. You said, you're not the same Lamar7Up. You changed. And then I really thought about it. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, you know what? You're still that same person. That same person that gets Street Sharks Bedford Point to come watch the streams. And then you said winter falls is when you are amazing. Oh yeah, when it's winter, it's cold outside. I'm freezing right now. For some reason, my heat's not working in the house, and I tried everything. I cut off the power, I turned down the switch, I turned off the switch. I did everything. So I caught. Yeah, we're here. I'm just waiting for them to grapple down, and then after they finish rippling, I'm gonna go inside the facility. Yeah, I know. Just be patient. Being patient with me is what's going to get you paid more money. And then shout out to NLB Taz. Lamar, can you say boom, boom, please? Pow, pow, boom, boom, chicky, chicky, bang, bang. And then if you already sent me a friend request, you will teleport inside of the facility with me. I just need you to get out the helicopter. And then if you're outside of the facility and you don't teleport inside of the facility with me, I'm going to send invites to the facility. So if you don't have a minigun, come get your free minigun. If you don't have weapons of mass destruction, come get your free weapons of mass destruction. And if you don't got snacks, come get your free snacks with Lamar7Up. Turn up till the sun come up with Lamar7Up. Alright, I'm sending the invites now. And then I'm about to accept these friend requests now.
Other business activities just as successfully as you conducted the steel industry, and at the same time, wouldn't a mastermind principle have made this possible?
I have known men to conduct many such.
Alright, I just accepted the friend requests. Street Sharks Bedford Point said, you have more energy when it's winter falls. Summertime you seem depressed and bored. I don't know. I've been reading this book called Napoleon Hill, Raise Your Own Salary, and then if I don't get enthusiasm, then a lot of people are going to think that my spirit is low, but You know, I love showing that enthusiasm. For those of you that just did come to my facility, please follow me. I'm the man with the 7-Up can on my back, and I'm wearing the duffel bag. So follow me. If you've never been to a facility before, follow me. If you have been to the facility before, go ahead and run ahead to get the free weapons of mass destruction and free snacks. Shout out to Master Lamar. Ustream is like drugs. I need it regardless. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Yeah, I sent everybody an invite. I'll send the invites out again, and then after that, I gotta get back to business. So I'm sending the invites. You should be receiving your invite here shortly. Yeah, just be patient with me. If you heard the kid in the background, he said he needs an invite. So let's wait for him. Remember, the first is last, and the last is always first. So I'm going to walk him through it. Yeah, we're live on YouTube right now. If you want to visit my YouTube channel is the same name as my gamer tag. My gamer tag is Lamar7Up, and my YouTube channel is Lamar7Up Townsell. Awesome. So, follow me. I'm the man with the 7-Up can on my back and wearing the duffel bag. Again, I'm Lamar7Up, and I'm the man with the 7-Up can on my back. I can get you paid. Alright, now, please go through the metal detectors for your safety and my safety. After going through the metal detectors, please enter the double doors on the right. The double doors on the right will take you to your free minigun. If you don't have a minigun, come get your free minigun. Now, after you get your free minigun, it'll be easier if you're in passive mode, then we won't be bumping into each other. That's why I'm asking everybody to go into passive mode. So exit the double doors and enter the first door on the left inside of the armory. This is where you will find the free weapons of mass destruction. Every weapon on the table was for free, so make sure you grab all of the weapons because free is always better. Free bullets, free guns, free weapons of mass destruction. Now, after you get your free weapons of mass destruction, follow me to my receptionist, and my receptionist she'll give you free snacks. If you do not know what snacks are for, snacks regenerate your health bar. So if your health bar is low, go ahead and eat some snacks right now, and then make sure you put your health back up, and then get some more snacks after that. After you get your free snacks, follow me to the planner room, and we'll see who's a part of the plan to get paid next. Alright, so if you are actually really here for the money, please have a seat when we get to the planning room. And if you're not here for the money and you're just here to troll, please go ahead and do all your dancing live on YouTube in the background so I can get the people paid that really needs the money, alright? And then if you're in passive mode, when we leave you guys behind, because there's going to be a few people that's left behind right now. I can only take 3 people with me at a time. So like I said, make sure you act up in the chat. When I call your name, you will get paid. But the first come, first serve.
The lawyer, for example, usually takes a course in general education, then specializes in law. The doctor usually does likewise. General education gives one an...
Alright, please have a seat, please have a seat, please have a seat. Now, those of you that are here and here for the money, if you did follow my instructions properly, I'm going to go to the top of the chat, and I'm going to call those first 3 people out. The first 2 people, you'll get 300,000, and then the third person, you'll get just under 300,000, but freeze money's good money, so we're getting you as close to 300,000 we can. Now, the first time you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to give you $300,000. Now, like I said, I can only take 3 people with me at a time. So if you're going to stay active in the chat, I will get you paid. Now, each time you subscribe to my YouTube channel with new accounts, active accounts, I'll give you $1 million a piece for those accounts. So I'm about to go to the top of the chat, and we'll see who follow my instructions first. Those persons that I call on, I'm going to send you an invite to my CEO. Once I send you an invite to my CEO, join the CEO, and we'll go make this money and get rich together. So make sure you leave your own CEO or your own motorcycle club by retiring the CEO or disbanding the motorcycle club, because if you're one of the first people that put their gamer tag in the chat next to 300K, I want to be able to send you an invite and make it easier for me to send you an invite so I can get you paid by following my instructions. So I'm going to the top of the chat now, and then I'll let you know who's first to get paid, second to get paid, and third to get paid in this session. And then those of you that I don't call, just stay active in the chat. As long as you're active in the chat, when I call your name, you will get paid. If I call your name and you're not active in the chat, you will still get paid when you rejoin the chat later. But because you went away, we're going to get the people paid that are active in the chat. We'll circle back through to get the people paid that didn't get paid. So I need to see 9 likes. We got 3 likes already. We got 10 people watching, so can we get up to 10 likes? Following my instructions is what's going to get you paid. So make sure you like this video. And then let me go ahead and scroll to the top. Yes, I'm Lamar7Up. Making money, getting rich.
That's not as hard as you imagine. Of all the people who should specialize.
Yeah, if you're new and you don't know what's going on right now, first and foremost, send me a friend request. Your friend request is your application to join my money making team. Your application ensures you that I'm going to get you paid. Second, I need you to go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is the same name as my gamer tag, Lamar7Up. Put in the chat your gamer tag and 300K, and I'll make sure I get you $300,000. $300,000. But like I said, there is a priority list. You probably missed that part too. The priority list, I'm going to pay the people that's on the top of the chat first because they did what I asked them to do first. And then those of you that follow my instructions and you weren't the first 3 people to do what I asked, you will get paid. Just stay active in the chat. We'll get you paid next. But let me go ahead and go to the chat and then see who followed my instructions, and we're going to get them paid. Like I said, I'm going to send you an invite to my CEO. Join my CEO, and we'll get you paid.
To be no way out of the responsibility of concentrating one's efforts if one is to succeed?
No, the jack of all trades usually is good at none. There is some part that everyone can take in the scheme of affairs. Some part...
Yeah, put your gamer tag in the chat and put 300K next to it. And then make sure you stay active in this chat, because when we get to the next chat, that's when your name will be called. In each chat, just when you join me, to make it simple for everybody that's new, I'm going to try to, I hear you, but just listen to what I'm saying first, because if you hear someone talking, don't interrupt them, because you might get your questions answered. I did hear you say you forgot to put 300K. I am listening to you, but I am talking at the same time. So please, 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 when I'm talking, try not to interrupt me, because I'm probably going to answer your question, okay? Alright, cool. Now, like I was saying, I'm going to go scrolling through the chat to see who's the first 3 people in this session to follow my instructions. And those are the people I'm going to take with me first. We got NLB Taz. Your name is TYTHA. Oh, Ty, that kid. 1, I'm sending you an invite first. Are you sitting down in the facility? Because you're the first person I'm going to send an invite. Are you still here, Ty? Oh, we see you. I see you. Hi, hello, what up, buddy? Go ahead and stand up right here next to me. And you're one of the people. You're one of the chosen right now. You're the first to follow my instructions. Let me send you an invite to my CEO, and then I'm gonna get the other people. All right. If you're here for the money, please have a seat. Please have a seat. If you're not Ty, please have a seat. Alright, Ty, I sent you an invite to the CEO, so go ahead and join, and let's see who's second. We got Braden Jenkins. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. How do you say your name so I can say your name right, because I want to respect you. Alright, Braden Jennings. Alright, you're Outlaw Baseball 20. You're second, so I'm about to send you an invite, alright?
Reach the stage of specialization sooner or later. The sooner, the better.
Alright, go ahead. I'm open up
Is it
questions.
advisable for a businessman to engage in politics?
Not if he wishes to succeed in business. Politics is a profession unto itself, and not a very dependable one at that. But it is
Yeah, like I said, there's not a time limit. There's a waiting list, and I got to get everybody paid before you. So if you're at the back of the line, just stay active in the chat, and I'll get you paid. Now, like I said, the first time you subscribe, you're going to get $300,000, and each time you subscribe with active accounts after the first time you get your $300,000, I'll give you $1 million for each account. Okay? So it's up to you how much money you want to make with me. The sky's the limit. But
professions are overcrowded already.
by following my instructions.
Industrial nation. Industry is the backbone of our economic structure. I have never seen the time when a reliable, loyal, and capable man could not find a place in industry.
Alright, thanks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and check my subscriber count later on throughout the day. And then if you did subscribe like you said, I will subscribe back to your channel just to show love in return. I appreciate your support and thank you for the help.
There has been a shortage of capable men at the head
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a great day.
never a shortage in the professions.
What about the Army or the Navy?
And then I'm trying to send you an invite, Ty. Give me a moment.
Are there desirable opportunities in any of these three branches of service?
Again, I must say that this
Oh,
depends
outlaw,
on the
not Ty, outlaw.
person who is choosing the career. If a man wishes an opportunity to engage
Outlaw, where are you at, buddy, buddy, buddy?
not choose government service as a career, since his chances there would become a
Alright, so I sent you an invite. And then join my CEO. And then let's go ahead and check to see who's the third person.
political influence. Some have made commendable records in both of these fields of the service, but generally they were men who liked that sort of life. The line of promotion in both the Army and the Navy is rather long and by no means easy. Military service calls for concentrated effort and a definite limitation of ambition, as the possibilities of advancement are known in advance. Some men are not suited by nature to limit themselves in this manner. They prefer
Alright, so we got next Royal,
where the risks may be greater and
WHITEAKER.
are without
So your name's Royal? Royal, are you sitting down here somewhere?
That an ambitious woman undertake to divide
Alright, cool. Royal, I'm about to send you an invite next. And for those of you I couldn't take with me, just go ahead and stay active in the chat. If you're active in the chat, I will get you paid before I get offline. And if you're not active in the chat when I call you, I'm going to make sure to let you know you'll still get your money. But we're going to go to the next person that is waiting in line that's active in the chat. And when you return and you're active in the chat, we'll get you paid your money when you get back. But like I said, priority list, first come, first serve. So stay active in the chat and you'll get paid. That's my word.
tension between home
And then Royal, I just sent you an invite.
of choice.
Then you recommend concentration of effort through specialization.
Now I'm going to go ahead and confirm these accounts right here, and then you can only subscribe to my YouTube channel with one account,
Concentration of effort gives one greater power.
one time with one account. So after that, you're going to have to come up with new accounts to get more money with me.
With the principle of definiteness of purpose,
And then let me go ahead and get you guys in here.
I believe in a one-track.
Yeah, if you want millions, then go ahead and subscribe with other accounts. And if those accounts are worth $1 million, I'll pay you $1 million for real accounts.
But expressed through
And if you're just making new accounts to get paid, they're worth less than $1 million to me. And
stated it this way: a man should have a multiple track record for the
so let me get my partners in here. Shout out to Tamika. Hi, hello, what up?
knowledge.
So we got Royal, we got
One should have a reserve of both
Ty,
specific knowledge
that kid, and we're missing one more person.
use upon the attainment of definite
Outlaw. We're missing Outlaw. Come on, Outlaw, come join. We're waiting for you, buddy, buddy, buddy.
gives one no power until it is organized and expressed in action.
And then I'm about to go ahead and confirm you guys' account right now
Man may be a walking encyclopedia of general knowledge.
to let you know
known such people.
these accounts going to be confirmed.
Practically useless until he organizes it and gives it some form of expression.
And then let me see where Outlaw is at.
I see what you mean. Definiteness of purpose implies concentration of effort.
Outlaw. There you go. Alright, come join us, Outlaw. I sent you an invite, buddy.
You see, therefore, that the person who has mastered and begun to apply the 11 principles of this philosophy previously discussed has begun, at least, to acquire the habit of controlled attention. I call your attention to the fact that the principles of this philosophy are so interrelated that the mastery and application of any one principle leads to the application of combinations of the other principles.
You mean, for example, that when one adopts a definite major purpose as his life work and begins to carry out that purpose...
Alright, shout out to Braden Jennings. This is your first time you subscribed. I'm your first subscriber. That means I'm your number one fan.
Organized thought and self-reliance, as a very minimum. He may, of course...
It doesn't look like you have any activity on this account. So I need you to like this video and I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and we'll get you paid. It doesn't show it yet. It'll pop up once you do it. And then, alright, cool. Thank you. Shout out to NLB Taz. You got 17 subscribers. I'm your 18th subscriber. That means I'm your 18th fan.
If you can, anyone mastering and applying the 11 previously mentioned principles of this philosophy without the aid of controlled attention.
And then, let's go to Royal's channel.
If I had overlooked including it as one of the 17 principles, it would have projected itself into the philosophy wherever one began to apply the philosophy. Thus, you may acquire
it's not going to take that long.
The importance of controlled attention. Without its application, success in the broader sense is an impossibility.
Alright, let me see. Alright, we'll have Outlaw. You're going to come with me, alright?
To the 13th principle of individual achievement, the golden rule applied. The principle which nearly everyone professes to believe, but few people practice, due, I suspect, to the fact that so few people understand the deep underlying psychology of this principle. Too many people interpret the golden rule not to do unto others as if they were the others, but to do others and do them plenty before others do them. Of course, this false interpretation of this great rule of human conduct can bring nothing but negative results. The real
Alright, Royal WHITEAKER. You have 0 subscribers. I'm your first subscriber. That means I'm your number one fan. Yep, for sure. And then let me go ahead and get you paid. Outlaw, you were last, so you'll get 25%. You're just a few $1,000 under 300,000, but free money's good money, right? You're welcome. And then let me go ahead and put you on my team because those guys I'm pretty sure can fly and shoot. And then you just gotta stay behind me, Outlaw, and then I'll take care of the submarine, alright? Alright team, so what I need you all to do, I want us all to ride in the same car so we can get there at the same time. And then as long as you do that, then we should be good. Wait, air support, submarine. And then we'll get there at the same time. We'll get done with this mission right away. Then we'll get the other people that's waiting in line paid. So remember, everybody that's still watching, be active in the chat so I can call your name. So after this stream ends, we'll start another stream and we'll get the next people paid. Yeah, you get just under $300,000 because you was the last one. And then let me go ahead and ready up. You was the last one to join us. So you got 25%. If you would have been first, you would have got 30%. So I do need one of you guys to drive my car. My car is going to be the light green neon car. So one of you guys do need to drive for me, and then I want us all to ride together so we can get there at the same time.
Now, provides one with an influential reputation for honesty and fair dealing, which is the basis of all confidence. M serves as a discouragement to the slanderer and a reprimand to the thief.
And then we got 10 people watching with only 8 likes. Can we get 10 likes?
Contact with others.
If you're able to like the video, can you put a like on the video?
Greed and envy and revenge, and gives wings to the higher instincts of love and fellowship. P brings one within easy communicating distance of the Creator through the medium of an undisturbed mind.
Can you appear online so you can join? Right now, Robert, paying other people. If I don't owe you any money, I gotta get them paid first.
R establishes a deeper personal spirituality. These are no mere opinions of mine. They are self-evident truths, the soundness of which is known to every person who lives by the golden rule as a matter of daily habit.
It is apparent from your analysis that the golden rule is the very...
Alright, so let's all ride together. You gotta get in on the passenger side because the driver door is broke.
provides one with a powerful immunity against all destructive forces.
Your definition is good. It does provide immunity against many of the ills which beset the path of mankind, but immunity is negative.
And then whoever's driving, could you turn on the radio for us?
By which one may acquire whatever he
Yes,
desires in
please.
life, from peace
Thank
of
you.
mind and spiritual understanding on down to the material needs of life.
So we can vote to skip this. If you've never done this before, we can't vote. But if you have done this mission before, we can vote to skip the drive.
That those who do not
Just press the right arrow button, and then we can skip it.
in your experience on this point.
When a man says
It'll be easier, it'll be faster if we skip it.
suffering damage from others, he shows clearly his lack of understanding of this.
But yeah, if anyone's never done this before, we can't skip it.
If you will study carefully the benefits I have enumerated, which one may enjoy from application of the golden rule, you will observe that they are benefits of which no one can be deprived. I think this common misunderstanding of the working principle of the golden rule grows out of the belief that the benefits from applying the rule must come from those who receive the benefits, whereas they may come from entirely different sources. Also, the misunderstanding arises from the false belief
Chitty chin chin could buy anything, cop that. Oh.
the greatest of all benefits attained through application of the golden rule are those which accrue to those who apply it in the form of harmony within their own minds, which leads to the development of sound character. There is no asset comparable in value with sound character, and this is something that an individual must build for himself through his thoughts and deeds. Character is of definite, practical value.
It is not true, Mr. Carnegie, that some people do take advantage of the man who lives by the golden rule, viewing this habit as a weakness to be exploited instead of a virtue to be rewarded.
Some people do this, but the percentage who regard the rule in this manner is so incomparably small that it becomes insignificant by the law of averages. I would estimate that for every person who refuses to respond in kind when dealt with on the golden rule basis, 99 will respond. Thus, by the law of averages, you can see that it pays to
Yeah, whoever's driving isn't doing such a great job, to be honest. Please don't kill us, okay?
overlook the damage that the one may cause. Moreover, the law of compensation enters into the transaction, and by some strange plan of nature with which man is not familiar, even the damage suffered from the short-sighted one is offset by the 99 who do respond in kind. Emerson gave a very clear account of this in his essay on compensation.
But there are so few people who are acquainted with Emerson's essay or the law of compensation, and many of those who are acquainted
Yeah, you're making my armor go down.
treatment by a moralist without any real value in the practical affairs of modern life. Will you, therefore, give your views as to the practicability of the law of compensation in the modern affairs of business and industry, such as you have experienced?
My entire experience
Could someone change the radio station to some music, please?
forced me to accept the soundness of the law of compensation as an eternal verity from which no man can escape.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No matter how smart he may be or how hard he may try to avoid it,
What up?
there is always some compelling circumstances
No, you can drive the Submerge.
where he belongs in life according to his thoughts and
I'm sure.
feelings. A man may escape the influence of
I want to be able to stay active with the chat, see who's in the chat.
of an average lifetime. The law forces everyone to gravitate to the exact position where he belongs. His own thoughts and deeds establish the space he may occupy and the influence he may wield in his relationships with others. Man may temporarily dodge his responsibilities to his fellow men, but he
Yes.
cannot permanently dodge the consequences of dodging his responsibilities.
Then it is not sound expediency to adopt the policy of applying the golden rule when its application obviously will bring immediate returns, while failing or refusing to apply it when obviously to do so will mean temporary disadvantage.
No, that would be suicidal, although many people make the mistake of choosing
Yeah, we are. Here's the car right here.
which they apply the rule. To get the fullest benefit of this rule, one must apply it as a matter of habit in all human relationships. There are no exceptions.
That is a pretty conclusive statement. It gives one no leeway in which to temporize with the golden rule. One must either go the whole way or suffer the results of his neglect.
You have the idea. And here let me warn you that everyone is confronted with circumstances which tempt one to neglect the application of the golden rule as a means of temporary expediency. It is fatal to yield to the temptation. Others may not know of the yielding, but one's own conscience knows. If the conscience is overridden, it becomes weak and fails to serve the purpose of guidance to within.
Yes. Alright, press the right arrow button.
Whatever that may be, the results of application of the rule will accrue automatically.
Yeah, when you press it, it'll turn into a submarine.
That is a pretty definite statement, Mr. Carnegie. Coming from a man with your full experience in dealing with all types of people, I have no choice but to accept it as sound. Your own achievements prove that the golden rule can be applied in a material
Shout out to Plus Meets PS4. Hey man, hi, hello, what's up?
by the golden rule, but I should like to have an
Making money, getting rich.
He is a poor teacher indeed who teaches one thing and practices the opposite. My first understanding of the golden rule was acquired from my mother at an early age, before I came to America. My real knowledge of its soundness came from my experience in applying it to the best of my ability and understanding.
Have you ever suffered temporary loss by applying the golden rule?
Many times, but I am glad you said temporary loss, because I cannot truthfully say that on the whole, I have ever lost anything.
Alright, Outlaw, just stay behind me, alright?
Such losses as I have sustained from an occasion.
Yeah, we'll get out the car. I just need you to stay behind me so we can get through this mission quick.
Many times from other circumstances where the response was abundant. Let me give you an example of what I mean. When I first entered the steel manufacturing business, the price of steel, as I have mentioned before, was around $130 per ton. That price seemed much too high, so I began to look for ways and means of lowering it. At
Yes.
to the manufacture of steel. Today, steel is being used for the manufacture of a great variety
What'd you say?
which could not have been manufactured from it at the old prices. And on the whole, I have never
Oh, I can't hear you.
forcing the price down. My temporary losses were more than offset by my permanent gains. I think this fairly well demonstrates how the golden rule works. It may, and oftentimes it does, cause temporary losses. But over a period of time, the gains are greater than the losses.
You mean that the golden rule philosophy harmonizes in every particular with sound business economy?
What did he say?
And if you wish to see how it works out, keep your eye on Henry Ford.
Can anybody hear him? Because, not to be rude, I can't hear you that much.
Policy of giving the public a dependable automobile at the lowest price at which automobiles have
Yeah, it's super low.
He is putting fine
Your microphone?
workmanship into his product. And you may depend upon it that the public will reward him with its patronage, no matter how many competitors he may have. And he will prosper beyond the expectations.
Alright, everyone that is watching still, make sure in the next live stream you put one comment in. In that comment, you can say hi, hello, what's up. But be sure in that one comment you put your gamer tag and the amount of money I owe you. So it won't be too many comments and I can keep up with everybody. If you follow those instructions, we can keep conversations going. Just be sure every time you comment, you do put your gamer tag and the amount of money I owe you so I won't lose track of who I need to pay.
Recognize the wisdom with which Mr. Carnegie spoke.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I don't know what you're saying.
For certain types of professional men to live by the golden rule. Lawyers, for example, whose profession makes it necessary for them to prosecute
Oh, yeah, are y'all on Sea Sharks right now?
difficult.
I could preach you a sermon on this subject, for I have had a great deal of experience with many types of lawyers.
Oh, yeah, if you would have brought it up earlier, I don't mind if you get the boats.
Policy and its results should be sufficient answer to your question. This lawyer will not accept
For me, as long as the mission get done, I'm okay no matter how it gets done.
that is, he will not accept a case that is without merit, and I hardly need to tell you that he turns away far more prospective clients than he serves. But I must also tell you that he is busy all the time, and his income, judging from all I know about him, is approximately 10 times that of the average type of lawyer. I paid this lawyer a substantial sum annually for his counsel alone, quite aside from any other service he renders me. A great many of my friends do the same. We employ him because we have confidence in him, and our confidence is based mainly on our knowledge that he will not mislead a client in order to earn a fee, nor will he accept a case that is unjust or unfair to anyone.
I see your point. A lawyer can live by the golden rule and prosper, provided he is willing to forego the handling of cases that have no merit. But what about the client who comes with the other sort of case, the type that is unjust? It seems that this sort of case is more prevalent than the other type.
In every profession and every business and every occupation, there are ways to make money through unfair practices. And I must confess that there are individuals who are willing to earn money unfairly. But all of them are surrounded by hazards which, sooner or later, dry up the source of income, or bring with it evils, not losses, out of proportion to the gain. It is true there are many cases which have no merit. Some of them are out-and-out attempts to get something for nothing through fraud and deceit. It is a lawyer's privilege to accept this sort of case if he chooses, but I stand on my original statement that such cases bring with them evils out of proportion to the gain for the lawyer. Money obtained unjustly through the tricks of the legal profession.
Alright, so accidents happen. Just try to learn from your mistakes so you won't make the same mistake twice. And then press R2 for a quick restart if you want to get your money.
Somehow it has a way of becoming quickly dissipated without serving its greatest word, just as does money that is stolen by highwaymen and thieves.
Guess who's back? What up, David? Didn't even know you left.
I have known of many of them.
Thank you for rejoining us, buddy.
Most of them are now residing in prison. All natural law is moral. The whole universe frowns upon immoral transactions of whatsoever nature they may be. And the man has not yet been born who can successfully run first essential for success in any calling of merit is sound character. The golden rule applied develops sound character and a good reputation. You perhaps wish a more concrete example of how young people may profit materially by application of the golden rule, so let us combine the principles of the golden rule and going the extra mile.
Shout out to Glitch God. What's up? You just subscribed. Thank you for the subscription.
We now have a combination which, if persistently and sincerely applied, will be sufficient to give any young person more than an average start in life.
Of course, this combination would serve adults as well as youth, would it not?
Yes, if a man knows what he wants, makes up his mind to acquire it, forms the habit of going the extra mile in order to get it, and relates himself to other people on the golden rule basis, he cannot be ignored by the world. He will attract favorable attention no matter how humble his beginning may be.
These three principles be a pretty good combination for one to apply while going through high school or college in preparation for a life work. Wouldn't they give one a definite advantage over those who fail to apply these principles?
Yes, they would. As I have stated previously, it is one of the weaknesses of most people during their school days that they study for credits and to pass examinations without knowing what they are going to do with their schooling after they acquire it. It is my notion that most purposeless action is wasted, no matter when or where it is performed. The go-getters, as the world calls alert, dynamic, successful people, move with a definite purpose in practically all that they do. By a definite motive, a definite plan, and they generally reach their destination because they know where they are going and are determined not to be stopped until they get there.
You believe that those who relate themselves to others on the golden rule basis and make it a habit to go the extra mile will have less opposition from others, do you not?
Generally speaking, they will have practically no opposition from others. On the contrary, they will have the willing and friendly cooperation of others. That has been the history of those who live by these two rules.
Then we may say that these two principles not only serve as a moral guide, but they clear one's path of the usual forms of opposition?
That's the story. Now, I must call your attention to another benefit one may enjoy by living by these two principles. It consists of the fact that those who live by these principles as a matter of daily habit will profit by contrast with others who neglect to apply the principles.
Cooperate. Chapter 14.
Inasmuch as you have stated that teamwork is the 14th principle of the philosophy of American achievement, will you name and rate your benefits as it may be applied in the practical business world?
To begin with, let us realize that industrial America as we know it today could not carry on its vast operation without the principle of teamwork. Every industry contains is manned by a group of men who coordinate their efforts in a spirit of friendliness, all working together for a common benefit. Small individual businesses may be operated by one man, but any business that takes on the proportion of an industry must embrace and use the principle of teamwork. You see, therefore, that industry
Alright, is everybody in?
autonomous terms, and you recognize, of course,
Alright,
that
cool.
a
I think so.
successful industry calls for efficient, harmonious cooperation among those who operate it.
Wouldn't that say
Alright, now like I was saying to everyone, be sure to be a part of the notification squad. If you're waiting for money, I'm going to get you paid. So in the next chat, go ahead and put your gamer tag and the 300K if that's how much money I owe you, and I'll get you paid.
And you will readily recognize that it calls for teamwork on a huge scale. In railroading, the teamwork principle is so well organized that all major operations are carried out on written orders. Verbal instructions will not do because the hazards of the railroad business are such that it must be possible to fix responsibilities on all individuals engaged in the operation. The operation of a modern railroad train is one of the finest examples of teamwork. Every train moves on written orders. The orders originate in the office of skilled executives who plan the moves of trains. They are conveyed to trainmen by a dispatcher, who in turn is responsible
Shout out to
executives for their
Cap Killer,
interpretation.
530, 300K. Cap Killer. Pretty sure I got you paid earlier today. Did you leave for you not to get paid? What are you talking about?
Every man working for a railroad, from the humblest track walker to the president of the road, is related to the other workers in a spirit of teamwork that cannot be violated without possible injury to someone.
Would you say, Mr. Carnegie, that the modern railroad executive makes perfect application of the principle of teamwork?
As far as the relationship of the workers of the road is concerned, there is almost perfect coordination of effort, allowing for the unavoidable human weaknesses, and even these are largely safeguarded.
You still hours for 3 account. Said I still owe you for 3 accounts, 2 accounts.
Or there is the public served by the railroad, which must be considered, because the public pays the salaries of the men who operate the roads.
Said I still owe you for 2 accounts.
The real employer of all railroad men.
Then where did you go? Because I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel already. And if I paid you at one time, then what 2 accounts are you talking about? Help me better understand so I can get you paid. Because I know earlier I got you paid. Just stay active in the chat, and then when I call on you, I'll verify those accounts. We'll still get you paid. I don't know what you're talking about, because I know I got you 300,000 earlier, but I don't know what other 2 accounts you're talking about.
Just remember this. The human element is the controlling factor in all business, including transportation. When enough people cease to wish to patronize the railroads because of the mental attitude of railroad employees, you may be sure that other competitive systems will come into existence.
Alright, who got out?
The business of the railroads. Airplanes will be refined and made to carry bigger loads. Automobiles will be designed.
Ty, you gotta get back in.
But more important than these, modern salesmanship will be applied.
Oh, alright. So what we gotta do, I gotta kill myself, and then we just gotta refly back over here. So press R2, and then you come get in the front seat with me, Ty, and then the other 2 guys, you guys get in the back seat. Press R2 for a quick restart.
That is a common error of many people. Failure to recognize facts in time to profit by them. Monopolies often lead to indifference and deterioration in human relationships. The fact that all nature discourages monopolies is a warning.
Shout out to Chris Cruz, or Christian Cruz, Notorious X349. I'm active in chat, but I had to go get offline. But is there any way possible for me to get paid while I'm offline? Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. For you to get paid while you're offline, you can only get paid while you're online. And then Ty, you know how to fly? Alright, cool.
Necessary to make any partnership a success. Both must give in order to receive. Both must work in a spirit of friendliness. Both must recognize the rights and the privileges of the general public. And both must become efficient in serving the public. Here, as in all other human relationships, failure to serve will result in the breaking down of the system. The government must prevent monopolies in industry. But in doing so, it must not become a competitor of industry, and it must not burden industry with unreasonable taxes, nor interfere with industry through unsound arbitrary rules of regulation, which discourage the exercise of personal initiative and the use of accumulated capital. On the contrary, it is the proper function of the government to encourage personal initiative through the fullest exercise of individual cooperation between those who carry on industry and the public they serve.
What would happen if the government became a competitor of industry, or burdened industry with regulations and taxes, which made it unprofitable for industry to operate?
Precisely the same thing that would happen if individuals engaged in industry neglected to cooperate on a friendly basis for a common purpose. This happens sometimes, but it always leads to failure.
You mean that friendly coordination of effort is a requirement for success in all human endeavor?
Personal power is acquired through friendly coordination of effort, and in no other way. In this country, we have an economic system based upon this sort of cooperation. That is why ours is the richest and most powerful nation of the world. We have found a practical way of coordinating the efforts of groups of individuals in all walks of life, and this coordination has given us great power. If you are a close observer, you will have noticed that the individuals who have attained the highest degree of cooperation in their relationships with others are those who have achieved the greatest success in their chosen callings.
You believe, then, that government regulation of industry is for the common good for all. Why?
Because regulation, within the bounds of reason, discourages the greedy and the selfish individuals from seeking monopolies, and protects the public against unfair practices in business. Just as there must be unbiased umpires in athletics who see that the rules of the game are observed for the benefit of all the players, there must also be an unbiased governmental umpire who will see that the sound rules of industry are carried out for the benefit of all. Every well-managed business has executives who see to it that all individuals work together in a spirit of teamwork. These executives serve as the umpires who coordinate all factors essential for the successful operation of the business. Their sense of fairness and their wisdom determine the degree of success the business enjoys.
And you believe that a business cannot be successful without the aid of unbiased coordinators known as management?
That is the idea. Small one-man businesses may operate successfully without a coordinator, but the moment any